hi folks, it's Marshall here. We have a guest today, and he's a YouTuber also. Some of you might know him as Barry, the man from the mist.
Good morning, YouTube viewers. As he says, Marshall says, I'm Barry from Man from the Mist. And on my channel, again, I'm doing a Davy Brown 990. I brought my injector pump up today. We're going to have a look at the injectors on this. Right, let's try this one then. If we've found out we have the right thread now.
Right, I'll just film the one.
Right.
No, it's actually filming on the big camera.
Is it still running, is it? Ah.
Oh yeah, I've got 199 minutes in the first battery.
Right, well, again, close the valve.
I'll zoom in. So this is the Ford's major spare injectors that are being tested here.
Oh.
Well, it's coming out the side this time, which is an improvement in one jet, I think.
Using about 10 gallon a minute though.
Yeah, I don't think that would be economical.
2,300 there,
and
it's dribbling, and it's also leaking up here. I think somebody's had these to bits.
I wouldn't be surprised. They welded a steel plate into a cast iron head.
Well, that wouldn't work very well, would it?
That's why it's got PC7 over it.
Yeah, that's why that wouldn't.
And if it wasn't a success, I was going to take it out
and put it right.
Machine a bit of that cast plate I've got there to fit.
You see the boys in India?
Oh yeah.
Where they're fixing engine blocks.
Oh.
And they stick it on the ground, they pack a load of cow muck around it, and they light the cow muck, and then they do the welding on it.
Yeah. But it's quite warm in India to start with.
Oh
yeah, they'll fix anything we would throw away.
I'm watching these boys on their videos, and I'm thinking, we would have put that in the bin. Like, you've seen them weld back together the crankshaft, and then they machine it, and you think, like, no engineer in the UK would touch that crankshaft, but yet it works. They do it and it works.
Yeah, if it breaks again, they'll just fix it again.
Just fix it again.
I've seen them, young lads, taking bearings to bits, cleaning all the balls in the races,
and putting it back
together again. That a bit chewed as well.
It's not, but it didn't want. It's doing the same. Nope, there it goes. It's just Barry being cack-handed.
I think Barry's enjoying this holiday he's on. He's on the wrong nut, mind you.
I know, but that's loose. And then we need to nip that one up. Because there was a couple of them where this union was loose in here.
I'm kind of glad I just took them out and put in the... See, the ones that are in the major now, they were done up at Precision Engineering.
Right.
When I renovated it.
That's a better one.
Oh, we've got a working one.
Aye. You seen it? That actually is working.
Is that making a mist?
If you listen to it, see how it chirps.
Aye.
That tells you that that's good.
I'll just get that on the GoPro.
Aye.
We think we've found one good injector. Barry's just going to demonstrate it for us.
So, when we squeeze the pump, this injector is what we call, it cheeps or it chirps like a bird, which is it opening and closing rapidly and vaporising the diesel. You can hear little...
Sounds like it's got flatulence.
As you say, it sounds like it's had a tin of beans for lunch. Now,
is that a tin or a ton?
Probably a ton. We'll just pop that underneath there so you can see it.
That's just a mist coming out.
It is,
but it's coming out at a funny angle.
That's the best of the four.
That's the major ones out of the head that I bought.
Well, leak-off's working nicely.
And this one seems to be in pristine condition compared to the others.
Well,
it's the only one.
It's certainly in better condition, isn't it?
Right, I'll switch off the GoPro again. I'll set down to 60 5% battery already.
Already. Right. Tell you what I'll do for that damaged one. I'll pull the connector out of here, because that damaged one was loose, wasn't it? That
Yes.
one. So I'll put that connector into there and we'll test that one.
Yeah, we can do that.
See what they're like.
So which one's a good one?
This one.
Well, if we put tape around it so we know.
Right.
There's just
You've
a
got
bit
cable
some-
ties.
Yes, they're there.
Pop the cable tie through the lug.
Yes.
Because I keep thinking tape can come off, can't it?
That's going off at zero.
That one's lovely, that.
Is that two good ones we've got?
No. No.
No, that's a single jet, is it?
That's dribbling at 2,200, and that is just like massively over fueling, isn't it? Look at the amount of
it's
fuel
coming at
coming
the
out.
top as well, because I can see it hitting the top of the bottle.
Aye.
Unless that's the spray.
I think that's leaking here. And
Like you say, somebody's been in these.
aye, somebody's had them to bits, and they haven't put them back together properly. Look at that, that's soaking there. No, it's coming out of here and it's running down.
So,
I think they're going to need a lot of work done.
yeah. Well, they'll not be getting it because I don't need them.
That's pressure off on there. Right. So it's safe to say we've got one out of four. So we've got 1 out of 4 that of the injectors that came in Marshall's spare head.
Okay.
1 of 4 is working in a reasonable. Is working in a reasonable fashion. However, we have got the damaged thread on a connector. That looks like some person has had a right good go at that.
I could actually make one of them.
It might be that the head's fallen over. You know, it hits something.
Yes.
Like when that's been in the head, it might have tipped.
They do stick out the side.
Yeah, so that's maybe you just run a die down there if you have a die for that, or a thread file would tidy that up a bit. But we've taped this up. I'm putting the tape across the front of the pipe here to stop any rubbish getting inside it, and we've taped it identified so in his drawer we know which one is the more reasonable than the other 3. But I think the other 3 all need a bit of work done. Obviously need nozzles replacing, and they want some work done up here because most of them are leaking from either up here or where the body fits onto the main casting. So anybody want to offer Marshall 50 quid an injector for these, drop them a line and drop them a comment below and he'll have them in the post to you tomorrow.
If you want to see the stationary tractors in more detail, if you go over to Man from the Mist, Barry's channel, he's got some good footage of it.
Lance, because Lance likes John Deere's, doesn't he?
We're here, this is the Alford tractor run that's going in a run in a bit. I'm here with the Man for the Mist again. Going to look at these various tractors. We just came over about the right time. Probably got air conditioning on the heater. We're here at the Alford Heritage Centre. You'll seen the video of the tractors earlier on the tractor run, and this is reception, and we're speaking to Frances, and she'll meet you at the door and tell you a little bit about the place.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about the place.
Yes. Do you want me to do that now?
Yeah, please.
Oh, okay. Well, this is the Alford Heritage Museum. It was originally the Old Mart, and when the Old Mart closed in, I think, 1989, and the new one in Inverurie, well, the refurbished one in Inverurie opened, this one closed, and various local volunteers turned this into a museum. And since then it has developed considerably, with every room now has a special theme, and an old schoolroom that's quite unique, I would say, because it's exactly like a schoolroom in the past. And then if you people work their way right through to the back. We've got tractors, vintage tractors, and various farm implements.
Oh, that's good. Well, we'll have a wander through and look at them then. Well, thanks for that. I'll wander through. Hello there, we're in the Alford Heritage Museum. We'll let you see what's in here. We had the tractor run earlier in the video, or it may be in a previous video, but the lady introduced it at the door, told us a little about the history. So we're just going to have a wander around now and let you see what's in here. We're in the suitor's workshop here in the Heritage Museum, and a suitor, if you're in England, would be a cobbler, a shoe repair person. There's various names they have, but this is the sort of workshop they would have had in the old days. The old singer's sewing machine, that'll be made in Clydevant in Glasgow at the Singer Sewing Factory. What else have we got? And various machines for putting in. I see there's a pair of what you would call tackety boots there. It's tackety boots are ones that had lots of studs in the bottom of them. There are metal studs that were put in to make them last longer. And this would be the polisher and sander and that. And So this is a mock-up of a tailor's workshop. There's another Singer sewing machine made in Glasgow here. This is a mock-up of a tailor's workshop. There's another Singer sewing machine. What you call a foot treadle sewing machine. You drive it with your foot on that thing there. Not like the modern electrics, and they would have worked on their iron and press. Had a wee stove in the corner for a bit of heat. And tweed jacket. Not everybody will know this, but Harris tweed is actually waterproof. And believe it or not, when they built the railway line to Fort William over Rannochmoor, they rolled out Harris tweed to stop, and then built on top of it, sunk it down into the peat bogs, because various bits and bobs. I really don't like the gas masks up there. I would hate to wear that horrible looking gas mask up the top. That's for a baby. Sign. Please do not handle this respirator as it may contain asbestos. The things they put babies in were similar to that. Various gas masks and Hessian stretchers, or super itchy. The Women's Land Army, they were famous. There's been quite a few documentaries made about them. When all the men were away to war, they did the farming. This is the Royal Observer Code. There was one at Alford. There's a picture of it here for what you would see above ground. This is our original doctors. Well, actually it's not my original doctor, because I had the doctors before them. Dr. Watt and Dr. Manson. And then they came after them and they retired. And then the pharmacists. This is a mock-up of the pharmacists. Various items here. The horse regalia for showing your horse. There's an old weighing scale and height scale. And horse is ready to go ploughing. And here's a blast past an old water drinking fountain. Before everybody thought they were getting poisoned by them, we used to have them in the street. 1873 to 1962. So this is a mock-up of an old schoolroom. I remember schoolrooms like this quite well. Kind of schoolroom, the wooden desk that the teacher had would be a bit newer, but we did have desks like these. And an actual board with white chalk on it. Don't think you use them now. Art and Helmets, school bell, some maps. The teacher would have known absolutely everything about everything. Oh, the strap on the wall there, if you were bad. I've never once got belted at school. There's a little angel. The most important thing in a schoolroom, the clock. For everybody to stare at and say, we're not getting out of here yet. And we are going into a farm kitchen now. Oh, the old Magimix Kenwoods. Old kettles, irons. Let's go back, rolling pins. Teapots. I think you want to use them to grind your cheese. And of course the sway over the fire. Some sewing machines down there in their boxes, some little sewing machines. mostly Singer because they were made in Scotland. Clydebank. I think at one time they had about 2,000 employees there. So this is what we call a sway. This thing, that'll swing out. I don't know if this one does or not. So you can swing it out to get your pancakes on there, your kettle, whatever you're making, to the fire. And bellows to get lit up with it. Kitchen sink, as I say, bairn. And we have here an OF7 converted oil Rayburn. This one would have run an oil drip feed. Originally it had been cold and it would have been converted. I used to service these, so I do know a bit about them. Similar to an Aga. Funny thing is, Aga bought Rayburn and ruined it. Oh, the old Stella cookers. Gas, LPG gas cooker. Usually made by Stella. They were great cookers. Never seen one of them before. I think that's an oven of some kind. The radio. Baking table. Various ingredients. And the Wally dogs, as they're called. All those are left and right in a pair. Dresser. For showing off your best china. Is it bad? I remember all this stuff. A little baby chair. The only thing I haven't seen in here is a butter churn. Various models here. Different model tractors, Alfordsons and David Brown there. Ferguson 135, more modern style. Nuffield, grey and gold Ferguson. Was it massive Ferguson then? It's grey and gold. I can't remember what one it was then. That's a major on a trailer. Mining tractor. This is the old Mark we're in. And they've got a model railway set out in here. Don't know if they do demonstrations or not. Old stereograms and radiograms and various radios through the ages. I can remember this thing here. I can remember my grandfather got one of these in 1969. Round about then, it's just stereo came out around then. And you were the bee's knees if you had one of them. My cousin used to come up and play all the pop records on it. She was a bit older than me. Or Zager and Everins in the year 25. I remember it being played a lot. This is a model threshing machine with this steam engine running it, and a ransom threshing machine. The steam engine would have pulled the car that along behind it, and they would have lived on that and gone from farm to farm doing the threshing. And paste, corn or barley or something, sheaves. Model. Oh, here's cameras. I think my Sony could go in here. Sony looks to fit in quite well there. Various cameras through the ages. Oh, if I push this button apart of the railway run for 5 minutes. Oh, it's off, look. Double O gauge, I believe. Various, that's a Black 5, it looks like it. Tank engine up there. Pullman coaches with logo them. So this is Mrs. Rattery's milk house. Little railway store running. Milk chums. Oh, see these things? I can remember putting them on cows. That was the vacuum milk churns. They used to clean the cow's udders and put them on. Long time ago. And we have a butter churn, I think. That's a butter churn. That's the kind of thing we did at school. We made butter at school in Minster, by the looks of it. Various items. That's a butter churn as well. And we all got glass milk bottles in the old days delivered to the door. Various earthenware pots and that. Milk separators. They used to get the cream off the top to make butter. And butter pats, these are called. Pat the butter in between and make it in the shape you want. If I remember right. Somebody will correct me, no doubt. It is a long time ago. Little milk churns there. Don't see any of the big milk churns. There used to be bigger versions of these. Unfortunately, they used to be used for blowing people up sometimes. This is us walking into the old Mart Ring where they used to do the selling and stuff. We used to come here on a Tuesday night for auctions. You could buy stuff for 5 pence in some of them in those days. It was quite a social gathering for the village. Just about everybody was here. That old rally bike up there, that's a gentleman's. I've actually got a ladies' one at home. I've actually offered the bike to the museum now, waiting for a reply. And that's the Elliot butcher's bike with the basket in the front. And various paraffin heaters we used to have. Lovely smell in the house. Fairly plough in there. We'll go through and look at the tractors in a minute. Look there, that now the farmer, they used to lean like this over the edge here, nod and wink and shake their ears at the auctioneer so nobody else knew they were bidding. But everybody knew they were bidding. The old cattle ring. So there'd be a crowd then here, a place that would usually be packed, not just me, but our low budget version of the whole market. So this is where we would get animals for sale and people would have to track the feet. The simplets from Ireland days and run the fresh machine. That. I'm not the last one. Nobody at the set waiting for the bell. The David Brown, Rockmaster. I believe there was an airfield version of that as well. Thoughts from here. Thornton Land and Utility and Modern Date 1937. Would you believe when they first made the Thorntons in America, they came to Britain first to help because of the war. I think it was 1917. The Americans did. Mr. Alex Forbes turned out to be my neighbour's grandfather. You'll see on the sheet there. 1917. The Americans did. That looks like a field marshal, or just a marshal. Built to look like a field marshal, but it was a dump up staff. This is a Ferguson Brown. I'll tell you in a minute when it was made. There wasn't that many of them made, and this is only the second one I've ever seen. The other one is at a steam fair. Just a quick look back at the tractors we've seen, and I think we see some implements after that. Yeah, there's some farming implements in the museum. There is more to the museum if you want to visit yourself. There's the address there. This is the wait for the cattle coming in. Pilot's got it now, but this is before his time. These are Lockie Reed, as he was called in the piece. And these are his predecessors. They were at that smithy for, I can't remember how long, a long time. To my pal. He apprenticed with him, and then he took it on, so he was the last. Lockie that taught him was the last of the Reeds that be in it. Joiners. All the joiners at the seaside studio there. You see that a lot of people sit that. With small good planes. And the foot driven lathe. That's that really from there in the corner there, that's another pushing by the big one. Those are these that so it's missing lathe. Really stuff all over. And the post office. This is the view of that Victoria Regina. It'll be up to 1980s. I'm not sure if I've got stuff in this because it's been in that weird setting.